with Who Would Have Thunk It? Hello YouTube, I am sorry it's been so long since I last made a video. I think it's been 7 months now. I must be a really shit YouTuber. I have 200 subscribers and I love each and every one of you for being subscribed to my channel. I am sorry that I have been so shit at putting out videos. I have not been consistent at all. The main reason for that is because I haven't really known what I wanted to do with the channel for a long time. I wanted to start making more content but didn't necessarily have the resources to do so, so I will talk about that a little bit later in the video. Just as a heads up, a bit of background to what I've been doing with my life. I am currently back in the north just looking after my dogs, one of whom is sat right next to me because he's very curious as to what I'm doing. But I do no longer live in Canterbury. I moved from the University of Kent. I was studying psychology and law and I was very, very unhappy there. So in kind of May, June this year, I made the decision to move to Brighton. I moved just kind of at the start of June, and I now study philosophy at the University of Sussex. I am a lot happier there, but I'm not going to use this video to prattle on about my life because I know that if you don't know me, then you're probably not interested, and if you do know me, then this is stuff that you already know already. So I'm not going to take up a massive amount of the video, but that's a little bit of background about just where I am now and what I'm doing. As you've noticed, I have changed my YouTube name yet again. I obviously have commitment issues that I need to deal with when it comes to YouTube. I think me and YouTube are gonna have to have, you know, a little bit of a discussion. I'm just gonna have to like, yeah, I don't know who I am with you. You know, I just changed so much. But the reason I changed my YouTube username was just because I wanted something that fitted me a little bit better. I am a little person, you know, the YouTube name thatlittlejess has just came from so many people calling me Little Jess or Little something because I'm like 5'3" and you can't get away from being called little when you are little. So I just thought that my YouTube username now is a better representation of who I am. I think it sounds a little bit more fun and it sounds a little bit better than what I had last time. So hey, I might change it again in another year or so, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to be sticking with this one. Content wise on the channel, it took me a long time to think about what I wanted to do with it. I've been kind of scattered, and a lot of the things that I wanted to do, you know, in the long term I'm looking at doing stuff like sketches and comedy, and that'll be really good, but I just don't have the money to buy the things that I need to do that. I need tea because I'm thirsty. Yeah, so I don't have the resources to do what I want to do in the long term really, but I can do a lot of the things that I want to do that don't require a lot of resources. So I went back to my old channel and had a look through my videos on this channel to try and see what you guys like the most from the content that I put out. And the video that I think I received the most positive response from was my Why Sex Education is an Educational video. I did piss a lot of people off with that video, people who were adults and saying, you're 17, what do you know about sex, blah, blah, blah. That was the whole point of the video, was the fact that it was my perspective as a 17-year-old commenting on the sex education system in this country. If you missed that, that's your own fault. So given that I had such a great response from that video, and because sexuality is something that I hold very close to my heart, not just my sexual orientation, but what it means to be a sexual person and that kind of thing, I had the kind of light bulb moment that sex education videos and that kind of thing is what I want to be doing. And it's kind of nerve-wracking because I know that as a 19-year-old I'll be judged by like 30, 40-year-olds on the internet who are like, oh, you have no idea how an adult relationship works, how can you possibly comment on it? Look, I'm commenting on it from a 19-year-old's perspective, okay? You're obviously not going to agree with me on everything, and if you do agree with me on everything, that's fine. But if you don't agree with me, the answer is just don't watch my videos. They're probably not for you anyway. You know, a lot of people have said to me as well through the years that, you know, Jess, a lot of the majority of my sex education came from you, and the reason that is not because, you know, I was particularly outrageous or anything like that. It's just the fact that I passed on the gauntlet. My parents gave me what I needed to know, and I just told people what my parents told me when their parents wouldn't tell them. And I feel like that's something that I could really do with the channel. I've never really had a negative response for the kind of advice that I give people when we talk about, you know, sex and sexuality and that kind of thing, and it's encouraging to think that that's something I can help people with, even though I'm only 19 and I don't know everything, and I will probably be asking my mom for a lot of input on these videos because I don't want to talk about stuff that I don't know about. But all in all, I've had such a positive response from my friends, from people on the internet. I felt like this is something really worthwhile that I could be doing. And ultimately, you know, if I can make one people feel better about who they are, is it one people? Did I just say one people? If I can make one person feel better about who they are as a sexual person and to not be afraid and to embrace that side of them, then that's something that I would really like to do. So that's pretty much where I'm going to start taking this channel. I talk about sex like all the time anyway, so it's kind of a natural progression for me. I'm also kind of hoping to do a little bit more just, you know, general videos, just kind of talking about shit whenever it comes up in my head. I'm hoping within the next maybe 6 months to get a setup so I can also do playthroughs. It won't be like a consistent thing, but I think maybe once a week I might do a gaming video, which would be good. I'd quite like to do something like Makeup Mondays as well, because the second most requested thing after the sex education video is makeup videos, and I have never done a makeup video in my life. I am not a beautician, I am not a beauty blogger, I know jack shit about makeup pretty much. I just know what goes well on my skin. So it might be an interesting thing to see how that goes, but yes, if that's something that you'd like to see, then just let me know. All in all, how I'd like to end this video is just saying thank you so much for all of the support. You know, on my video that I made about sex education, it's still the most active video that I've got on the channel, even though I haven't uploaded in 7 months. Every 3 or 4 weeks I'll get a YouTube notification saying that someone's commented on the video and it's been something really positive, like thank you for helping, you know, I completely agree with you, things like that. So I'm gonna actually like start making a plan. Hopefully I will get one video out a week. That is what I am hoping to do. If it doesn't work, then I have some lovely friends on YouTube who I'm sure will shame me for not putting videos out there. So there we go. I can make public humiliation my what's the word? My punishment for not putting videos out there. So I just want to say thanks for sticking with me. You know, there's just over 200 of you, and that's not a massive subscriber base whatsoever, but you know, it's nice to think that all of those people couldn't fit in my house. And it's really nice. I feel like we've got a nice cozy little community, and hopefully our nice cozy little community will also be having lots of sex talks soon. So thank you guys very much for sticking with me, and in the words of Bill and Ted, party on and be excellent to each other. Bye!